Now, what's the story, ladies and gentlemen, of the Emperor's New Thrones?
So many. When you're on the spot,
I know.
You go right out of your mind. I just keep all I can think of is a penguin. That's what I've got the penguin on the chair, and I know it's not right.
Ming, the Merciless.
Ming the Merciless.
I'm pretty sure was an emperor.
He was.
Was Jabba the Hutt an emperor?
Let's stay on Earth, can we? Just please. All right, so
Was he, though?
it's not Europe. It's not Europe.
Not Europe.
The.
Africa. Asia.
Yes, Africa.
Africa.
Ethiopia?
Ethiopia is the right answer.
Yeah, it was...
Haile Selassie.
Now, before Haile Selassie, there was an emperor...
Lowly Selassie.
Oh, very good. No, Emperor Menelik.
Oh, OK.
Possibly Menelik.
Is that him?
Yes, that's Menelik.
Wow.
Fine-looking gentleman. He lived from 1844 to 1913. But round about the 1890s, he was showing some people around Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, stroke Abyssinia, as it was known. And,
What, he's emperor and tour guide?
yes, he seems to have been. These were rather august visitors. And they noticed men dead hanging from trees. And they said, look, come on, have you not heard of this wonderful new invention? The electric chair. It's humane, it's quick. And he said, I shall order 2 of them. There was one tiny drawback.
There's no electricity.
There was no electricity supply at all in the entire
He had to
country.
pedal really.
Did they execute people using only static?
With a rubber comb against their pullover.
Quite petty theft. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it me getting older that I can't get out of a car or go to a lift or touch a tap in a hotel room without getting an electric shock?
That
It'd
means
be
you're
great if
very
it was,
passionate.
as you get older, you become more metallic. Your bones turn to mercury or something, and you just end up... It'd be like an X-Men thing. You finally get your superpower.
Maybe I'm
just
turning
before you
into
die.
Ian McKellen, which I've long wanted to do.
But some people say it's because of passion, like when you meet, you know, the man, the woman of your dreams, you have an electric shock.
Like Van de Graaff generators.
Sometimes if I meet an attractive woman, I will taser her.
Well, there we are, you see. So, but we still haven't quite answered the question yet.
He used them as thrones.
He used one of them anyway as a throne.
Did he stop becoming emperor when electricity finally came to Addis Ababa?
And when they eventually brought it, they go, big news, hope you're sitting down. No, wrong thing to say.
How has the Eurovision Song Contest made Europe a better place?
How has it made it a better place? Because it has, as you can see, the dove.
Yeah.
It has brought together the nations of Europe.
Has it? It's divided east from west. I mean,
It has brought together the nations of Europe on wings of song.
Whether they like it or not.
You only have to listen to my commentary to realise how much I believe that.
absolutely. Oh, yeah. One of the few Eurovision Song Contests I remember incredibly well because the winners are one of the most famous pop groups in the world
ABBA.
there's ever been. That was ABBA, and that was in the year
1974, Brighton.
1974, exactly, with the song
Waterloo.
Waterloo, a great song. But there happened to be a song that Portugal provided that year. They came second from bottom. They only got 3 points.
It was called Paddington.
But it was one of the most important Eurovision songs ever written for an extraordinary political reason.
Are you saying that that was the signal for the Portuguese Revolution?
Yes, I am. It was called Depois de Adeus, After the Goodbye, sung by Paulo de Carvalho.
I have to tell you that I think you got the year wrong. It was the following year, when it was being held in Sweden, after ABBA had won, that was the Portuguese Revolution, and they came out with guns with carnations in the barrels of the guns.
because it was called the Carnation Revolution, wasn't it? We yield to you, none knows better than you. But isn't it wonderful? That song was used because a man called Salazar, or at least his party, had run Portugal for years and years. He didn't technically style his regime a fascist one, but he certainly gave 3 days national mourning when Hitler died, for example. So
Yes.
I think you can call him right-wing.
He wasn't quite Franco, but he was pretty
He
well
was pretty
there.
close.
Yeah.
Bizarre leader because he had a stroke. And after his stroke, he was relieved of his command, and a man called Caetano became Prime Minister, but they never told Salazar. He went to the grave thinking he was still running the country. They just took his power away from him, and he still thought he was running, was signing things, but it was of no importance whatsoever.
Isn't that nice? That's such a lovely way of doing it.
That could be a fantastic scheme.
Yeah.
For so many dictators. They don't get out much.
Yeah.
All you need is a noise of some crowds playing on a tape outside. Big office, lots of things to sign. Well, I hope when I go mad that someone pretends I'm in charge of a large country and gives me lots of things to sign, rather than just sedates me and sticks me in front of a window.
Thank you for watching.
Napoleon once said an army marches on its stomach. Why would you want a Frenchman by your side in a fight? There is a Frenchman. Give me 5 points if you know who that Frenchman is.
It's Andre the Giant.
It is Andre the Giant, you're absolutely right. He was a well-known wrestler.
Yeah.
And also starred in an excellent film
Called The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride. You're right. Points
Trivia
for you,
points, yes, but not real points.
Excellent.
Which is his normal body colour?
I think...
He's going to a party at Judith Chalmers' house in one, and then in the other he's going around the Smurfs.
But we use him as an example of a French soldier, which he wasn't
French soldier.
really. But why would a French soldier be a good person to have by your side?
Are they good at fighting?
Well, that's really the point. Yes, they are, despite their reputation for being miserable
Always
cowards.
losing.
Yeah, for always losing, they didn't. It seems, according to Niall Ferguson, the historian, of the 125 major European wars fought since 1495, the French have fought in 50, more than Austria, which is 47, and England, 43. And they achieved an impressive average. Out of a total of 168 battles fought since 387 BC, they've won 109, lost 49, and drawn 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Put the glasses back on.
Yeah.
Just pop them back on.
Yeah.
Now, people flicking over the channel may suddenly think that they're seeing a Benny Hill retrospective. Hello, viewers!
There's a touch of that.
Oh, if only Henry McGee was on tonight, what a show you'd have.
Yeah.
We are speaking with Mr. Fred Scuttle. Yes, we are, sir. I have been hosting quizzes for some 20 years. My father used to build concrete barriers to stop cars. Bollards. It's true, sir.
We miss him dearly. The world needs Benny. Anyway, that's the point. Despite... What did groundskeeper Willie famously call them?
Ah, cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. Despite that reputation for not being... In fact, there was a time when if you Googled French military victories, Google returned, because someone had written a very clever little programme inside it, they returned, did you mean French military defeats? Extremely unkind.
They've had a bad recent record, though, haven't they? I mean,
Well,
they're going from 387 BC, but...
Obviously, Napoleon ultimately lost. A lot of victories on the way, but then we got the cane out of the cupboard and we gave him a damn good thrashing. And that was...
How many time zones are there in China? Oh. Yes, Jimmy.
1.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
No, don't even explain. Let's just enjoy that moment for a second. I don't know anything on this bloody show.
Yeah, that's absolutely
it's
right.
1,
Why
actually.
do you think that?
What? Do you know what? That's not important. What matters is... There's 1 time zone in China.
Yeah.
You can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
I imagine the Communist Party decided what the time was, and that was it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, given the size of the nation, you would think that it would be many
least
different...
4.
At least 4. But it's always Beijing time, no matter where you are. So if it is noon in Beijing, then 3,000 miles away, it is also noon. It was standardised time in 1949, following the Revolution and the Civil War.
There's the people in the middle of the night, like, forcing lunch down them.
Yes.
Lunchtime again.
Yes. In the summer, there are places where the sun sets in the middle of the night, and then in the winter, the sunrise might not come until 10 o'clock in the morning. First adoption of standard time in Britain, why did we adopt it?
Was that wartime?
No, 1847. So we're talking about the railways. It's because there's no point in having the railways if you're all on different times.
You say that, but I don't know if you've used Southern Rail.
GMT, we start to get it. 1855, about 98% of the country is using it, and then it became Britain's legal time in 1880. But there were still places, some British clocks have got 2-minute hands. So there's a still working public clock over the old Corn Exchange in Bristol, and it has a black minute hand for GMT, and it has a red minute hand for what was known as Bristol time, and it's 10 minutes behind. And that clock is still working.
10 minutes behind.
I've done some gigs in Bristol, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't get it straight away. I think they might be in.
Name the largest single man-made structure on the planet.
Oh.
Not
yeah.
falling for that one.
No way. No way.
Is it going to be a 50-mile-long tunnel or a bridge or something like that?
What we've got out of the way, because it's hanging here like
Yeah.
a worry, is it's not the Great Wall of China.
Oh, OK.
Yeah.
Try a continent where it might be.
Europe.
OK.
Europe is not where it is.
Asia.
Australia.
Nor Asia, nor Australia.
North America.
Nor North America.
South America.
Nor South America.
Antarctica.
Nor Antarctica.
Arctic.
Russia.
Africa.
Africa! Thank you.
I really hope Ban Ki-moon isn't watching this one.
No, it's embarrassing.
So is it an Egyptian? Is it North?
It's Nigeria, in fact.
Oh.
It's the great earthworks of Benin.
The
And
great earthworks of Benin.
Yeah. Sometimes called the walls of Benin.
The walls called Benin.
Defensive
The
earthworks.
earthen walls of Benin in...
Dug by the Edo people. 10,000 miles in length.
Of it.
10,000
miles. By the Edos.
10,000 miles in length.
How could I forget?
I know. 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China.
Okay.
Puny little wall.
Consumed 100 times more material than the Great Pyramid of Cheops. Took 700 years and an estimated 150 million hours of digging. Severely damaged by the British when we sacked and burned Benin in 1897.
Aren't the British...
Yes, well, they just wouldn't do as they were told. There's only so much gentle persuasion we've got time for. Sack and burn them, fuck the earthworks.
More or less exactly what happened.
And then we twisted the knife by not remembering Africa existed.
What did they build it for?
Defensive.
Keep out the British, I imagine.
You weren't very well,
Come the white folk. Dig!
Because you could argue that the Eurasian road network is a bigger thing because it covers Portugal all the way to Siberia.
You can drive across
so
that
It's
whole
all
lot.
connected by road.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
So who do we take this up with? The Guinness Book of Records? Or do we go to Nigeria?
And it was-
Okay, I think you found we've got something bigger, actually.
Yeah.
Further twist the knife again.
The world's highest waterfall. Let's say has the longest drop.
Is it in South America?
No.
Not Angel Falls.
Is it?
Angel.
Oh no, I've soiled my clean sheet. What a tragedy.
It is. Its drop is 11,500 feet. Angel Falls is only 3,212 feet. But you think, well, what is it called then? What's its name? The weird thing is it doesn't have a name.
Oh.
It's actually underwater.
Underwater.
Between Greenland and Iceland.
Why does it count as a waterfall, though,
Because
when
it
there's
is-
loads of water there anyway?
Because it's a huge current of cold water dropping down, and it is a waterfall within water.
But this doesn't have a name, right?
No, weirdly, it doesn't. The QI waterfall.
The QI waterfall.
Yes. The Alan Davis waterfall. The Alan Davis Cascade. That'd be a good name, wouldn't it?
Now you're talking.
That's a haircut as well, isn't it?
And also a position.
Dear. This...
Can't do it anymore, I need support.
The unnamed QI waterfall carries at least 175 million cubic feet of cold water per second. It's the equivalent of 2,000 Niagaras at peak flow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where are 1% of American adults?
Oh, I imagine we could find out, couldn't we? We could use Google Earth, because some of them are quite big. There's one. He's got his own postcode.
1% of the population, which is... What's the population? It's about
300 million, isn't it?
So you're talking about between 2.5 and 3 million, say?
Jail.
Yes. G for jail. English spelling of jail, of course, but it is G for jail.
Really, that many people? 3 million people are locked up?
Well, 2.3, which
See,
is 1 in every 99.1 adults.
All of those guys there are innocent as well, because they all were arrested for having switchblades, but they've all only got one arm.
Well spotted. Proportionally, the Americans imprisoned more than twice as many as South Africans, more than 3 times as many as the Iranians, more than 6 times as many as the Chinese. No society in history has imprisoned more of its citizens than the United States of America.
We're doing pretty well, though, don't we? We sort of top the European League.
We're ahead of China, Turkey and India.
Yes.
Yeah, with 148 prisoners per 100,000.
It's the 3 strikes and they're out.
That's been
really
the problem,
bumped it up
yeah.
recently.
I mean, a legal system based on baseball just seems bizarre. People don't seem to understand the law. It's all very complicated. What's simple? What do people like? Baseball. Right then. Here's the rule.
3 strikes and you're out, yeah.
Mental.
What it means is if the first 2 strikes, the first 2 crimes you're convicted of are serious enough, the third one, no matter how trivial, will get a life sentence, 25 years or more. So, for example, Leandro Andrade is serving 2 consecutive 25-year terms for shoplifting 9 videotapes.
He took 9?
Yes. Kevin Webber, 26 years for stealing 4 chocolate chip cookies. It's astonishing.
It's really stupid, isn't it? Because if you know you're on this sort of deal...
Yeah.
Take 5.
Yes.
That is
Do another murder. Do a bank job. There's no point...
There's no point doing anything trivial.
If
No,
you're
I know.
going to get caught.
It is a bit bonkers. But the racial numbers are a bit worrying. And the gender numbers, it's 1 in 30 men aged 20 to 34 is behind bars. But for black males, that's 1 in 9. 1 in 9. There are more 17-year-old black people in jail than in college in America. So 5% of the world are American, 25% of all prisoners
Isn't the real
are American.
controversy with this the business end of it?
Well, that's true. It's also, as you say, right, it is a business.
Because it's not just licence plate, they make loads of stuff.
Well, one of the things I should have said when talking about contraband is that you're not allowed to bring into America anything that's been made by forced labour or prisons. But in America, you can almost say, if you were so minded, that they've reinvented the slave trade. They produce, for example, 100% of all military helmets, ammunition belts, bulletproof vests, ID tags and other items in uniform, 93% of domestically produced paints, 36% of home appliances, 21% of office furniture, which allows the United States to compete with factories in Mexico because, of course, obviously the workers can't refuse to work for 25 cents an hour.
I'd very much like to say something hilarious, but something must be done.
It is.
We...
It feels
a bit more question-timey this year.
It is a bit amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's slavery by the back door.
Exactly, wasn't it?
Which is another video that I've got.
Where would you find the most pyramids in the world? Yes!
Egypt.
I'm sure I've heard Mexico, but I bet that's wrong as well, is it?
I've seen one in Las Vegas.
Yes, there is one in Las Vegas.
Let's go.
Switzerland.
Yes, let's try Switzerland.
Switzerland's...
That's so sweet. One man appreciates you.
So wait a minute. So
Yeah.
Joe, Alan and I have all been penalised. You come out ahead by saying Switzerland. Brilliant.
Is it the United States? Are there more pyramids in the United States?
No, it's nearer to Egypt. Than,
Libya, Algeria, Tunisia.
It is. You've got it. You're in the right part of the world.
Sudan?
It is Sudan, absolutely right. In fact, bizarrely, this is a photograph that I took myself of these Sudanese pyramids. There's about a...
Oh, you do your preparation for this show.
What is the travel budget for this show? Where's the licence fee money going? Hang on. You went all the way over there to take this photo?
I made a long documentary about Sudan, and I really, really recommend this because you go and there is nobody there. It is the
As if civil war could be part of the reason.
Yeah, I did go before the Civil War. So in Egypt, between 118 and 138. In Sudan, there are about 220. And they're all in the Meroe area. So this was ancient Nubia. And you can climb them, you can go inside. There's fantastic writing. They have the Meroitic handwriting, incredible carvings.
Are they houses, these ones, or are they burial things?
No, they're burial things. And what's really interesting about them, the Egyptians were clearly for the pharaohs and for the great and the good. They were much more of a meritocracy. And so you get not such wealthy people who had pyramids of their own. And what you can't see here is there was an entire civilization. And from the air, you can see the irrigation of tens of thousands of people living there, and then completely destroyed. The most volcanic country on Earth. Oh, yes.
Okay, New Zealand.
No, it is not New Zealand. Yes.
Is it another place other than New Zealand? Paul, Indonesia.
No.
It's weird, that, because I thought it was such a stupid answer, but the fact that it was considered an obvious answer, I see as a bit of a result. It's like when you're watching University Challenge and you say the answer, but it's wrong, but they say the same wrong answer. You go, that's a point.
New Zealand's not even on my list.
Ha ha! Mine was. Yeah, it was on the big board. What about Hawaii?
Well, you're absolutely in the right area because it's the United States. The United States has more volcanoes than any other country in the world. It's got 173 volcanoes in total.
Are you counting it by volcano numbers or by lava emitted?
OK, so it's...
This is my profile on Match.com.
If you were doing most active volcanoes, then Indonesia would be the correct answer.
That's what I thought you meant! I've just given myself 2 points!
Yeah, maybe turn the fingers round.
I've just given myself 2 points!
It's United States first, then Russia, then Indonesia, then Japan. Those are the ones with the most volcanoes.
I don't think Russia's taking part, actually.
But in terms of active, it's Indonesia, then the Philippines, and then Japan. I mean, there are areas where there's just a huge number of volcanoes. So the Pacific Ring of Fire has got 452 volcanoes. It runs all the way around the Pacific. Place in the world with the densest region of volcanoes.
The most amount of volcanoes?
Yes, the densest. Where might you find that? Yes!
Indonesia!
No! Antarctica.
Antarctica.
But it's so cold.
Well, yes, so this is the issue about it. So in 2017, 91 new volcanoes were found under the ice sheet of Western Antarctica. It now has one volcano every 4,800 square miles, and they're expecting to find lots more. Some of them are as tall as the Eiger. And they were all discovered by researchers at Edinburgh University, and it really, really matters because it has implications for the rest of the planet. If one of them erupts, it could melt the ice from beneath.
Goodbye, Norfolk.
Yeah, basically.
Let's cancel it then. I feel like we were like, let's do that.
No, let's not do that.
Let's
It's not a good idea. The most volcanic country on Earth is actually the United States. Where would you find the largest body of water in Africa?
It's not going to be that massive lake. Is it going to be the Nile? Is the Nile the largest body of... Is it, therefore, that massive lake?
That massive lake. What lake are we talking about?
Is it not Victoria? No. Is it a river that goes into a lake that never ends from the top of the continent to the bottom or something?
Are these all traps and it's just someone with a massive paddling pool or something?
Yeah, no, none of those things.
Is it underground?
Yes.
Oh. It's underground, it's underground.
A reservoir?
Underground, it's the most unlikely place.
Thank God, Sahara Desert.
It is exactly right.
50 points.
Yes, well done, Alan, very well done. Underneath the eastern end of the Sahara lies around 150,000 cubic kilometres of water. That is 3/4 of the total amount of water held in all lakes in the world. Wow. It's basically a huge mass of very wet rock, and every single crevice, every nook, every cranny is filled with fossil water, so water that's been trapped deep underground rather than it's part of the water cycle. Wow. And the Nubian sandstone aquifer system is the largest known fossil water aquifer system in the world. It spans a land area of 2 million square kilometres, lying under much of Egypt, Sudan, Chad and Libya. Africa was once home to the largest freshwater lake in the world. It was known as Mega Chad, and it covered an incredible area of Central Africa, more than the whole of the British Isles. So if we superimpose the British Isles on top, this will give you some idea of how big this water mass was. And then 1,000 years ago, it suddenly shrank.
I had an idea for a television series once, where you would move Britain to a different part of the world and then discuss the consequences. You know, climate, neighbours, nearest war zone.
High-budget stuff.
Yeah. I was told by quite a well-known producer that it might work as a segment, but not as a whole show. Looks like I might have to podcast the bastard. I mean, what you'd have to deal with is all the people on the island who didn't want to move.
Yeah, you might have to...
Come on, we could go to the Indian Ocean for a couple of years. No, this is where we are. But you hate Europe. You don't want to be anywhere. We can move you.
I think it's definitely a segment, Lake Chad is tautological. Do anybody know what that tautological...
Does it mean Chad means lake?
Yes, Chad means lake in the Kanuri language. I love things like that. Sahara, desert, is another one, tautological. Canby Island, Wookey Hole Cave, Pendle Hill. This is Lancashire. Pen means hill, Dull means hill, and hill means hill. So it basically means hill.
Oh, I heard you.
Was it named by someone who fell down it?
Yeah.
Why that? Hill.
You fell down the what? The pen. The what? The hill. What? The hill? Pendle Hill? Yeah. What happened? I fell down it!
Great Britain and Ireland, what is the third most populous island in the British Isles?
I know that you could get everybody in the world on the Isle of Wight and it would sink.
That is not the answer that I'm looking for. The Isle of Wight, in fact, would come fourth. I'm looking for the one that would come third. I'm looking for the most populous island. Yes.
Man?
Now, the man is not right. No.
Is it going to be somewhere far off?
No, it's not even far from the studio, actually. You could get there...
Oh,
Isle of Dogs. No.
I'm in Indonesia.
I was going to say you could get there in about an hour and a quarter on the train.
Isle of Thanet.
It's Portsea Island. It is where the city of Portsmouth lies. The island of Portsea has the highest population density of any of the UK's islands. In fact, Portsmouth is the only island city in the whole of the UK.
It's a complete island, is it?
Yeah. And it was one of the most heavily defended cities in the world during the Napoleonic Wars. And it was the world's first mass production line. The Royal Navy made... pulley blocks were made there by, in fact, Mark Isambard Brunel. Isambard, Kingdom Brunel's father. The other thing they pioneered was free venereal disease clinics.
Why would you pay for venereal disease? Oh, to the...
No, yeah.
I'd pay for venereal disease.
Well, let's all let that settle in for a minute.
That's what the doctor said. It sort of works for the joke.
The idea that they'd say, I'd just let it settle in.
Let that settle in if I were you.
That's there for the winter. Let it settle in.
Here's a gorgeous painting by Turner. Where is this? Yes.
So Indonesia.
I'll give you a clue. Here are two paintings. I'll give you the titles if this helps. One is called Festive Lagoon Scene, Venice, and the other one's called Procession of Boats with Distant Smoke, Venice.
Is it Portsmouth?
Yes, it is Portsmouth. You're absolutely right.
Are you serious?
They were wrongly titled in the 1960s when they were exhibited in New York. They had nothing to do with Venice
You
whatsoever.
said it as a joke?
Yes.
No, I just done an expert on Turner.
So annoying. If he had painted them in Indonesia, I would have been laughing now.
No, you're totally right. It was in 2003 that a curator at the Tate declared that they were not of Venice at all. They had been renamed The Arrival of Louis Philippe, who was king at the time of France, at Portsmouth, 8th of October, 1844, and the disembarkation of Louis Philippe, 8th of October, 1844.
Well, that is also a stretch, isn't it? I mean, you can't see him coming or going, can you?
It's not the first time it's happened to a Turner painting. There was one which was identified as a view of Monte Rosa in Italy for over a century, and it turns out it's actually a pier in Scotland. Which country can you drive from East Coast to West Coast on Route 66?
Oh, no. Come on.
We're not going down there.
Everybody's done the show before. Yes!
America!
America, yes! Yeah, you'd think, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the answer.
This is the wrong answer. OK, so we want to drive from coast to coast. There is only one country with a coast-to-coast Route 66. Any thoughts where it might be? Yes, Kelly.
Armenia.
Armenia. Weirdly, is not a klaxon, because we hadn't thought of it.
Australia.
Australia, no.
France.
Closer to home.
Ireland.
First person. No, closer to home.
Scotland. England.
It's the UK. Yes, it is the UK, yeah.
What?
So the A66, which I'm sure you've all thought, let's take a driving holiday. It goes 115 miles coast to coast. It is from Middlesbrough in the east to Wackington in the west. It passes through, actually, lovely places, Darlington, Keswick, Cockermouth. Sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Coming out of your mouth.
Out of my
It sounds
mouth, yes.
weird.
Rolls
Yeah.
off the tongue, of course. You know the way in America people are always like, do you know what, let's give up our jobs and go on Route 66 and take a car and just discover ourselves. It doesn't feel like people would be going like from Darlington to Cockermouth.
Yeah. Finding remote jazz clubs. Counterculture. Experimenting with new drugs.
We've been to every Greg's along the A66.
It's not the same since they shut the little chef.
So the A66 in 2018 was named Motorway of the Year.
Oh.
What's
But it's
the
an A road.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, why might it suddenly be named Motorway of the Year, the A66?
Was it transitioning? Did it identify as a motorway?
Yes, weirdly, yes.
Oh, that's it.
For one single mile, it identifies as a motorway.
That's it. That's all it takes.
It's A66 brackets M for a single mile, and apparently, in the great contest to be Motorway of the Year, that's enough.
Is it?
I know. The American Route 66, which we know about, it never ran coast to coast. Route 66 starts in Chicago, which is about 700 miles from the Atlantic, and then it travels through Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico and Arizona, all the way to Santa Monica in California.
I actually drove part of Route 66 with my children, and that is a lot of games of I Spy.
Yes.
I can tell you, it's a long road. But in Missouri, there's a fudge factory called Uranus. And they have, obviously, the usual welcome to Uranus, life's pretty sweet in Uranus. It's,
Oh, I need to go.
And then we got divorced a year later.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was a nice...
You and the children?
Me and the children.
They're still in Uranus.
There are some fabulous things to see on the way. There's a wonderful ghost town in Oatman, Arizona, where you can still see one of the former brothels. It's called Fast Fanny's. There it is. Here's the thing, Alan, that I discovered on the route that I think you would like, which is in Cartuza, Oklahoma. There was a guy whose wife collected miniatures of blue whales. He was a retired zookeeper called Hugh Davis, and for their wedding anniversary, he decided to make a blue whale that is 20 foot tall and 80 foot long.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For a wedding anniversary?
For a wedding anniversary present, yeah.
How disappointing.
I know. It took him nearly 3,000 hours to complete. Imagine the jobs he could have done around the house. Route 66 was almost Route 62. It doesn't have the same... doesn't have the ring to it, does it?
You can't rhyme it with kicks, can you?
No.
You can rhyme it only with poo.
Yeah.
Should have called it Route 69. Although that would have gone from the top to the bottom and back again.
There's nothing ruder than someone with bad timekeeping, but who is always a little bit late?
Well, is it to do with astrology? Because are we not all actually born under the star sign we think we are?
Yes, that is the case, but that is not what we're talking about. It's a small amount of lateness. Weirdly, the stars are sort of connected to it. It's very important because of the interconnectivity of the planet, that we all run on the same time.
Is it Greenwich Mean Time? Is the clock or something I don't know just behind?
No, it isn't Greenwich.
Oh, that was a lovely guess.
It's a nice guess. It's a very nice guess.
There's an atomic clock. Is it in Switzerland?
It is to do with the atomic clock. You are absolutely right. You get an extra point. There are 50 or more national labs around the world which all run on atomic clocks. So what they do is they measure the vibration of cesium atoms, OK? So 1 second is defined as the time it takes for a cesium atom to vibrate 9,192,631,770 times. That's that number of times per second, OK, for it to vibrate. And then each clock around the world sends all of its data to Paris, to the International Bureau of Weights and Measurements, and they collate it. So this process is called Coordinated Universal Time, and it is used throughout the world, except in one country.
The Rush.
North Korea. Oh, it's not Denmark.
It is Denmark. It is absolutely... It is Denmark. I think an extra 10 points there.
They don't play ball with time.
Didn't bother. We didn't bother. We never updated our laws. I don't know, we were busy. There was a herring season. I've no idea. We just used something called mean solar time. But because the Danes have failed to play ball, we are pretty much a quarter of a second late to every meeting.
Certainly explains the fashion.
Have you been to Denmark?
I have, yeah, loads. I love it.
Yeah, you won't be welcome now. You know that, right?
It's all right. I just say I know you. Passport? Nah, Sandy sent me. Oh, that is OK. Please come in.
You are a quarter of a second early.
So it's called Coordinated Universal Time, but the acronym is UTC. Why do you think that might be?
Because isn't that milk?
Yeah. No, is that... No, that's... UHT. Thank you.
UHT, sorry. Yeah, I knew it was something.
And then there's PMT. Do not buy that milk. So UTC it's called. So in French, it would be Temps Universel Coordonné, so TUC, and apparently nobody could agree, so UTC was just a compromise. It doesn't actually mean anything. Why do you think we have 60 seconds and 60 minutes?
Is it... I don't know. Birds?
Birds.
Another lovely guess from John, isn't he great? Birds, he says, Sandy.
You know when your 3-year-old says something and they're trying to be clever and you want to go, that, yes, no, that's...
It is birds, John.
Yes, 60 birds.
I'm coming off that sugar high right now.
Sandy is a bird.
I always thought it was just mathematics.
Yes, but why? So why 60?
Because of all the factors in 60.
Yeah, so 60 is a fantastically useful number because it can be divided by 12 other numbers to make fractions easy. And you can go back 4,000 years to the ancient Babylonians, who are probably the ones that came up with the idea of the 60 minutes.
They just got it from the birds, though, didn't they?
They just got it. Fundamentally, the birds.
Which country has the lowest age of consent in Europe?
Kazakhstan.
In Europe.
In Europe. Holland.
No.
Holland.
Not Holland.
Is it a H?
No, it's not.
How
Well,
about you?
there's the person who runs it is a double H.
Oh. And Holiness.
Yes.
It is Holiness?
Yes.
The Vatican.
The Vatican City has the lowest age of consent.
Does
age
it?
of 12 is the age of consent in Vatican City.
Gasp!
Yes, right. It's for peculiar reasons, yeah. It's because...
I think we know what the reasons are, Stephen.
It's to do with the Lateran Treaty, in which Vatican City became a sort of sovereign state. So they elected to choose the laws of Italy from 1924, and it so happened that then Italy changed its consent from 12 to 16, and the Vatican didn't. They've never bothered to change it since. It also has the highest crime rate.
Yeah.
By a long way, it has the highest. What would you say its population is?
5.
800.
500 is the
500,
answer.
yes.
500. Well, there are 600 offences per year.
What sort of offences?
Yeah.
Is it just one family? One really bad family. You've got tyres out in the front
It
drive.
does mean
if you're not going to do it, they knock you out.
That proportionally, per capita, it has the highest crime rate in the world.
A lot of 11-year-olds getting married.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, exactly, yeah. But it has the most helipads and TV stations per capita in the world as well. It's a strange place.
It's nuts.
Yep, the Vatican City has the lowest age of consent and the highest crime rate. Now, what's the biggest banana republic in Europe?
There's an elephant in the room.
How is an elephant connected to a banana republic in Europe?
Well, I don't know. Elephants like bananas. It's the only link I could come up with.
Yeah.
Iceland.
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 The elephant
They
nation.
go mad for them. Volcanoes covered in elephants, guzzling... Oh, no wonder that Bjork's weird. Growing up around all them elephants...
Phil Jupitus, this is... you've put me in a really weird position here. Because there are no elephants involved, but the largest banana-producing country in Europe is Iceland. Come on! That's extraordinary. Absolutely remarkable.
Is it to do with the thermal...
The geothermal heat, yeah, exactly. They can grow a lot of bananas, and they grow more bananas than anywhere else.
I withdraw my pachyderm.
Yes. You've taken a few forward and one or two back.
Some go, some back.
Exactly, but that's an inspired guess, because one wouldn't have thought Iceland was the home of the banana in any way. Which European country is the largest exporter of bananas?
It's the Dutch.
No. There's a country in Europe that buys the entire banana crop of Belize every year and sells it on to the rest of Europe.
Austria.
It's Ireland.
Ireland! The biggest exporter of bananas in Europe. You buy the whole crop of... Not you personally.
Of course not. I also don't remember this ever going to a vote.
It's a multinational private company. I don't think you're not totally nationalised.
Fife's a really famous banana company. And now that you mention, I was always confused how we had a very famous banana company in Ireland.
Because the Dutch is geest, spelt geest, isn't it? But that's their big one. But Fife's even bigger, I think.
But wow, they should tell us this in school. We would be so proud.
I'm very touched that you're so proud that your country...
My step-granddad worked at Stratford Fruit and Veg Market, and he used to do very long shifts. And sometimes it was quite cold and he'd stay there all night and he would sleep in with the bananas because it was warm. Oh! And he told me that story and I thought, this sounds like a hellish existence. and then he said to me, the unions put a stop to that.
I like the expression, sleep in with the bananas. Yeah. It implies that the bananas are asleep as well. Nothing nicer than being woken up by a friendly banana.
Well, quite.
That's what in some sort of Belizean Godfather movie where they go, oh no, he's sleeping with the banana.
An easy one, so I'll give it randomly to my old friend Sandy. What can you tell me about this chap behind you?
Oh. Well, do you think that the words give it away, or is that going to be unfair? The fact that it says the Puritan.
Well...
that seems unfair.
It does seem unfair, doesn't it?
It's a horrible start to think.
Because what it is the 19th century idea of a Puritan, and in fact the 19th century idea of a Puritan, which we retain to this day, is completely inaccurate. The steeple hat and those sort of clothing, absolutely no evidence whatsoever.
Well, they wore a beanie hat normally, did they?
They wore ordinary clothes like anybody else,
yes.
But if they were having their portraits taken, they usually wore their Sunday best, which tended to be black.
So he's not a Puritan at all?
No, he's a 19th century idea of a Puritan. You were right to say he was a Puritan because it says on it, the Puritan.
I was merely reading.
And I was being unjust, and you've lost 10 points. But it doesn't matter because you've already won.
Yeah.
So...
Do you know, I'm quite relaxed about the whole show.
Exactly. Now, what can you tell me about the Puritans in America?
They went over on the Mayflower. I keep expecting the thing to go off again.
Yeah.
They didn't go on the Mayflower.
No, the great American myth, if you like, is the Puritans arrived on the Mayflower. And they came to avoid religious persecution. In fact, they came in order to be able to persecute.
Yeah, but they hated the Quakers.
What they objected to was the religious freedom in England that meant that you could have all kinds of ranges of religion. Yes, and in 1660, they hanged a woman just for being a Quaker.
Yeah, Mary Dyer.
That's right,
yeah.
The very one. Obviously, many people did come to America to avoid persecution in other lands, but the idea that Puritans came to avoid persecution is they came to persecute. Yeah. They wanted to build a country in which there could be no dissent from Puritanism.
Puritans, they regarded luxury as sinful, didn't they?
Yes.
So, and some of them set off to America and the others opened B&Bs in Britain.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. B&Bs, breakfast until 7. Don't call it B&B, just call it B. If you've got no intention of serving breakfast, don't call it B&B.
Do you know, I once did a trip, I sailed all the way around Britain, and we finally got to Northumbria, and on the coastline there was a house that had paint on the side, it said, bed and breakfast, hot and cold water. I thought, only in this country would you feel you must advertise that you have both.
Oh, yes. Pride. No, it used to be hot and cold running water. It's not just a bucket of it lying there. No, there's pipes and everything.
Yeah. In this painting, did the native there on the left, did he bring that tree to hide behind? Because it looked...
He doesn't look happy.
And he does the wrong way around.
Yeah, he can see which way the wind is blowing.
I think he knows what's coming, doesn't he?
It's true, Stephen, that the Puritans weren't on the Mayflower. They always say they landed at Plymouth Rock, but in fact it was Provincetown, so none of it is actually true.
I'm afraid, it's a myth. Every country likes to build up a sort of legend of its own.